What is up, McManus MMA fam? I just want to say that I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving this week, this past weekend. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving break, Thanksgiving celebration. You know what's something I'm not thankful for? This bald fuck announcing these fights on the halftime show on Thanksgiving. I know I'm a little late to covering all this, but I needed to let it sink in. I needed to do my research, my due diligence, and not just come in here guns blazing. Which excuse me, I probably should have done, honestly. Fired me up even more. Seeing this bald fuck sitting looking at us going, "What up, fight fans? We got a badass fight card for you guys for Paramount Thanksgiving. What's up, guys? What's going on, guys?" So he announced some some badass fights. 324 and the main event of 325. Listen, there's some badass fights on this fucking card. Listen, we should be thankful. We should be thankful that Gaethje Pimblett is taking place as the main event instead of Harrison Nunes. That we all thought that was going to happen. When that leak came out, I shit my pants. I said, "Oh my god!" At 324, the first fight card of the year is headlined by Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes. Dude, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be hanging from the Christmas tree. I swear to God. But Song Yadong, Sean O'Malley, we knew this was going to happen too. I was hoping it would be Sandhagen O'Malley, but this is honestly a good tune-up fight for O'Malley. He's been gone for a while. I think this will be a total scrap. Then we can see Sandhagen O'Malley, which I would really like to do. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start from the top. Gaethje versus Pimblett for the interim belt. I don't know why everybody is dogging on Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett is not to blame for this. We knew that they were giving Paddy a title shot. He rose up the rankings, but if you think about it, it kind of made sense. The rankings kind of made sense that he went up to 5. He beat Michael Chandler, which apparently in this day and age is just the gateway to you get a title shot. Think about everybody who beat Michael Chandler immediately got a title shot. Gaethje, Charles twice, one of which was the title, and now Paddy. Everybody just if you beat the absolute bum that is Michael Chandler, you get a title shot. So I'm honestly not as upset about this fight as everybody else is. I don't think Gaethje deserves this. I think this should have been Arman versus Pimblett, in my opinion. But because let's be real here, Arman Tsarukyan took 0 damage in the Dan Hooker fight. He could have turned this around pretty quickly. Cortez Acosta, Salsa Boy is. We'll get to that fucking asshole later. But I'm not upset at Paddy for this fight. This is not a terrible fight, but for the interim belt, because we know Ilya's taking a break, and then he did say that Ilya is going to fight the winner of this, most likely on the White House. But honestly, if you want my dead serious opinion, let's get a couple more fights in there. If Paddy, submits Gaethje round 2 and he takes no damage, then let's do the winner of Charles and Max, because I know that was rumored for BMF, and then Max got injured until April, honestly. So just let's do Charles Pimblett, because Pimblett's gonna win this fight. Let's be real. Gaethje has a fighting chance, but I'm rooting for Pimblett on this one. I think Pimblett has more of a fighting chance. Gaethje beat Fiziev, who hasn't beat anybody inside the top 10. Okay, that's it. That's all that he gets, and he beats Rafael Fiziev, and he gets a title shot. I'm more upset at Gaethje on this fight. I don't think Gaethje deserves this, and he's been bitching and moaning, saying he's going to retire if he doesn't get a title fight, and so they just give it to him. I think this should have been Paddy Tsarukyan or Oliveira Tsarukyan. If Oliveira wanted to fight again, do Oliveira Tsarukyan 2 for the interim belt. Those are the highest level guys that are available. And then, do Paddy Gaethje co-main event, and then the winner of that gets next bout. I don't know. I feel like the UFC is screwing over Arman Tsarukyan. We knew that they were going to screw over Arman Tsarukyan over and over again. He beats Dan Hooker. They give him this bullshit-ass fight. He hadn't fought since UFC 300. He gets this bullshit fight against Dan Hooker, who he just absolutely walked through. And he's been bitching and moaning, trying to get a title shot. We know that the UFC is... They're not even... Hunter Campbell and all of them aren't even like matchmakers anymore. They're just WWE matchmakers. Who is the dopest dudes? That's what they're doing. Who's the dopest guy? Who does everybody have t-shirts of? Put them in the title shot. Give them whatever they want. So, fuck it, whatever. Harrison Nunes, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. The Roid Monster versus Amanda Nunes, who's, I don't know how old at this point. How old is Amanda Nunes? She's got to be old. She retired, and then she came out of retirement. I know she's the GOAT. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. She's only 37. What the hell? Yeah, the Roid Monster. I'm gonna beat your ass. You're going to town, buddy. Yeah, Harrison's probably gonna win that one. Cool. That's a good co-main event, honestly. Honestly, good co-main event. I'll be seated. I'll be going. Okay, let's watch this one, and it'll be 25 minutes of side control, and then Harrison will submit Amanda Nunes, and that'll be that. And then the featured fight, Song Yadong versus Sean O'Malley. That's a great fight. Honestly, that's a good fight. We knew this was gonna happen. This is a good fight. This is a good fight. These guys are both just striking dudes, but I think O'Malley's got the advantage in the boxing, the length, everything. Song Yadong leaves too many openings. But this is gonna be a great scrap. That's gonna be a great fight. I'm looking forward to that. Derek Lewis, the GOAT Derek Lewis versus the absolute worst fighter, the biggest fluke. This is a fluke or be fluked fight. You know my opinion. I fucking hate Salsa Boy. I hate this dude. This dude is not even the dark horse of the heavyweight division. This dude's just I hate this fucking guy. This guy's such a douche. Um, so yeah, I mean I'm hoping Derek Lewis just out flukes Salsa Boy, unless this is like, what is that? Was that Ngannou Lewis, where they both just kind of pitter pattered around, did fuck all? If it's like that, man, fuck this. And then Brendan Allen versus John Silva. That's a great fight. That's an awesome fight. That is a totally badass fight. I'm super excited for that fight, and I'm also super excited for Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figgy. That's an awesome fight. That's an awesome fight. This is, in my opinion, a tune-up fight for Umar to prepare for Marab, because Marab's gonna. We'll talk about my predictions on the Marab fight that's coming this weekend. But I think if Marab wins again this weekend, then it'll be the only other guy for him is Umar. Umar was the closest fight in my opinion against Marab. Besides O'Malley won really, but then he came back and showed you how good he had gotten, and he absolutely submitted and destroyed O'Malley in the second fight. So I'm excited. I hope that Umar. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Umar lost, because then we get Figgy Marab. I bet I'm not interested in that fight again. So I want to see Umar win this fight, and I want it to go Marab Umar too. But I know that they announced Alexa Grasso and Rose Namajunas on this card. That's about all I have to say about that one. But they just announced Atiba Gauthier is going to be on this card fighting Andre Pilev. That's an awesome fight. Atiba Gauthier, give him some competition. Give Atiba Gauthier somebody that he can just. The last guy he fought, he used Conqueror's hockey and just killed him. The guy went for a takedown and just fell apart and died. That guy died. That was great. Really, everybody's upset about Pimblett and Gagey. I fully understand. There's many more deserving dudes. Arman Tsarukyan arguably deserves this more than anybody. He's been the number one contender. Yes, he stepped out on a title fight with like 12 hours notice, and poor Money Moicano had to step in. But man, like, if you bitch and moan enough, I guess they'll just give it to you. Yeah, I guess they'll give you a title fight if you cry enough. So, but Arman needs to cry more. I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't pretend like I'm not. I'm a casual. I don't really. This one doesn't upset me as much as this bullshit, bro. What is this? Come on, man. Come on. If I fucking hate Movsar Evloev. That dude is a boring fighter. He sucks. Lopez beats him in the rematch. He's the number one contender. He deserves this fight. He's been inactive since 2024. I understand. That is going to take you out. You're not going to be fighting for a title if you haven't fought since 2024. Lerone Murphy has been calling for a title shot. Both these guys are on crazy long win streaks. They're undefeated. Yes, you can argue who did Lerone Murphy beat to get a title fight? Aaron Pico. Okay. I know that this is the more exciting fight in the UFC's eyes, but Diego Lopez just beat John Silva, and Volk hasn't fought anybody since their first fight. I don't understand this matchmaking. I think this is fucking over the featherweight division a little bit. Either way, we knew that Diego Lopez was going to win the belt. I thought this was going to be Murphy, Volkanovski, Murphy or Volkanovski, Evloev, and Volk would just run through him because Volk's the GOAT. He's the featherweight GOAT. He's gonna run through Lopez again too. He's gonna run through him, and then he's gonna retire. We know he's gonna retire, and then it's gonna be vacated belt or not vacated for the belt that is now. I guess it is vacated belt. So for the vacant belt, we would do Lopez versus Yair. That would be an awesome fight. Yair Rodriguez versus Diego Lopez. That would be a totally badass fight for the vacant belt. Excuse me. But no, we're doing Lopez too. I don't understand. Unless they do Murphy Evloev on the undercard here and like the featured fight or something like that, that would make up for it. Like, all right, you guys fight it out, and whoever wins this fight, you get to fight for the vacant belt against most likely Lopez. Lopez is because I think Volk's gonna run through him again. It wasn't even a close fight. The first fight wasn't even a close fight, man. It wasn't even. Look at that fight. Look at that fight. Look at the scorecard. It was not a close fight. It really wasn't. So I'm confused on the. Dude, I know it's the more entertaining fight. We got a badass fight for you guys. This is gonna be a badass fight. But man, like, it's undeserving. It's kind of a bummer that we get to see this. But I'm excited. Like I know I'm excited. I know I'm gonna watch this fight. I know I'm gonna be cheering for Volk, and I'm gonna be sad when he retires. But like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing that this is the Volk retirement fight. I wanted to see him fight somebody else because we already watched the Diego Lopez fight. It was incredible, but we've already seen this. We've already seen this. I don't like rewatching shows that often. I don't want to rewatch this again. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad for Evloev and I feel bad for Murphy, but it's tough, man, because the UFC is just picking again whoever sells T-shirts, whoever all the kids are liking these days. That Lopez guy, that Lopez cat, he's a real moneymaker. Kids really like that guy. He's pretty cool. They make lots of Instagram reels about that fella. All right, man. Like, let's get it going, man. Let's do something else. But I'm excited for them to announce whoever else is on this card. I hope they put JDM on this card, bro. The Go JDM. Because he took 0 damage in that Makachev fight. Dude, JDM Protez, bro. That would be an absolute banger fight. Get Quillen Salkeld versus Mauricio Rufy on this card. That would be absolutely badass. Get Tai Tuivasa' fat ass back on this card. I know he said he wants to fight again. No. By the way, I know my brother doesn't listen to these videos, but if he is, he showed me that photo on Thanksgiving of the AI photo of Tuivasa slimmed down. He's like, dude, Tuivasa's lost a lot of weight, bro. Tuivasa lost a ton of weight. That's AI, bro. That's AI. We keep falling for this. We keep falling for this. And we will keep watching this shit. So I know this is kind of an impromptu, like, late rant on these cards that Dana gave us. He's so gracefully gave us, this bald fuck gave us. But I just wanted to put my thoughts out there because I've been thinking about these fights a lot, and I'm really looking forward to them. I can't pretend like I'm super angry about it because I'm upset, but I'm not upset as some people are online. I saw people who were like saying that the Song Yadong O'Malley, they were saying this whole card is bullshit. They were like, all these fights are fucking stupid, dude. It's like, really? Like, I don't know. I understand that people are like, dude, now that we're going to Paramount, it's going to be only casuals now. No, it's going to be just strictly casual cards. No, like, high level, like, contender series fighters and stuff like that. It's like, dude, come on, dude. They announced seven fights. 7 fucking fights on this card, and they announced 1 fight on the other one. You guys are automatically like, dude, this is for fucking casuals. I'm not watching this fucking stupid ass fucking sport anymore, dude. I'm watching ONE FC now. I'm watching Bellator from this point moving forward. It's like, all right, dude. I don't care. I think that these are gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'll put my fight predictions for this weekend's fight card relatively soon, probably Wednesday or Thursday. I know. Damn, I thought it was like Monday. It's Sunday. Yeah, I was spending time with the fam, so unfortunately I couldn't be bothered. And I've been watching a lot of Dexter. Guys, if you haven't been watching Dexter, what are you doing? Dexter, so good. I'm about to finish season 4 right now. I'm gonna post this. By the time this is posted, I'll probably be done with season 4. Don't spoil it in the comments for me, because I might have fallen asleep because it's pretty late. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, guys. I know you were missing me over Thanksgiving break because everybody's loving these videos. I get so much love on them. So, yeah, that's about it. Peace.